Yeah. What is that? See, this is it is part of not less than 15 marks. Not less than 15 marks. Okay? Keep it in mind. Evidence, internal controls, internal audit, substantive procedures. Major part. Section B. Okay? Now, who is the internal? See, in simple words, internal auditor is appointed by the management. Okay? Next. Internal audit. Very, very easy one. The most easiest one. Internal auditor is talk about most importantly internal controls. Identify, okay, identify, implement, is it right? Implement and review. Effectiveness of controls. Is it? Effectiveness of controls. This much is more than sufficient for us. That is it right? Now we should know. We should also know. They will ask you a 3 marks question. Write down this, keep it in record. I am telling you this. They will ask the difference between an external audit and internal audit. 2 to 3 marks. I'm not, is it? 2 to 3 marks. Is that? Like test of control and what I say, test of control and test of details. Okay, similar to that. Is it right? Here also they will ask internal, external audit, and a simple one. It is not difficult at all. What is the scope of internal audit function? Why nowadays people will outsource internal audit, and what internal audit assignments are there? Simple and specific. What we are doing? We are talking in terms of scope of internal audit. Why? What are the process of outsourcing? And third one, what is the internal audit assignments? What internal audit will do? That's the most simplest one. Okay, that is the most simple. Focus on this. Is it? Now, into whom internal audit will report? Okay, that's very important. They will ask you this. To whom they will report? What is the purpose of having an internal audit? And most importantly, what are the internal audit assignments? What are the tasks the internal auditors will do? Okay, this is the need for internal audit. Is it? The internal audit assignments are there and the internal audit reporting is there. Okay, now internal audit, what is the concept? They say the difference between internal audit and external audit. Why people will source? Now it's happening. People will outsource internal audit to make it cost effective. And what are the qualities and limitations of internal audit? Focusly, just only 2 words till the end of this chapter. Only internal audit. Internal audit he is an independent. Is it? Internal audit is even it is appointed by the management. They have an objective assurance. Is the internal audit is independent. Objective means they have a clear task. Consulting activity designed to add value. This is very important, to add value and improve organizational operations. If there is an internal audit, definitely there will be somebody who is there to verify, who is there to make any deviations, they will correct. And it is voluntary. Nowadays, even most of it is as per the listed companies. If you are talking in terms of listed companies on the stock exchange, internal auditor is compulsory, mandatory. Is that on the listed company? It is a mandatory, okay, to have an internal auditor. That is the reason. A company must create strong system of internal controls. Now what we have studied, now I start doing revision also. What we have done, if internal controls are effective, the task of the external auditor will be easy. Is that the task of the external auditor is easy. They should have a strong system of internal controls to fulfill the responsibility. It is not sufficient to simply have mechanism in place. You don't say that I have mechanism. You don't say that I have biometric system. We should not say that there are CCTV cameras. CCTV cameras are there. The CCTV cameras has to work. You have to review. That is the purpose. Is it? It is not just only going to say that it has a mechanism in place to manage the business. We also not want to have mechanism, but we want the effectiveness of those mechanisms. It should work. Controls should work. That is the reason. You have the cameras are there, okay? And at one, you see the thing, normal case. You will have a one monitor will be there. Is that you have one monitor will be there. What the monitor will say? Monitor will going to, is that what the monitor will, at the back end, somebody is going to monitor it. Is that somebody is going to monitor it. Okay, somebody will monitor. You see the thing, you will have a computer monitor where you will have the multiple screens. Is that where you have the multiple screens? Means, and somebody is going to track those things. Is that is what it says. Means you should not have the mechanism in place, but also you should know the effectiveness of those mechanisms. Regularly evaluated. Okay, that whether they are working or not. Is that all systems need some form of monitoring and feedback. This is the role of an internal auditor. Read very quickly. Yeah? Read very quickly. Once it is done, please tell. Okay? Internal auditor, see, internal auditor is a best practice. Okay, it is a best practice, but it is not required by law. Okay, it is not recommended, not required by law. In some countries, it is for listed companies, especially for listed companies, they have to appoint. This allows the flexibility by way of internal audit. See, if you have the internal audit, it is a best practice. Okay, it is a best practice. In small businesses, is it right? You will not have an internal auditor because owners have more direct control over the operations. Okay, owners have more control over the need of internal audit. Why it is needed? Scale and dive. See, you have so many. See, you have a very big organization. Is that very big organization? You have forget about big. Remove the word big. You have an organization. In any organization, you should have some controls. Otherwise, there is a risk that controls don't work. Okay, we should say that what will happen in large organizations if if you don't have anything, people will do accordingly. We have covered cash deposit. Is it acknowledgement, supervision? Is it the segregation of duties? What is the segregation of duties? Segregation of duties is nothing but a internal control. That segregation of duties is nothing but a best example of internal control. Is it not? If diversified organization, there is a risk that controls don't work as effectively because delegation of responsibilities go down the organization. It will have the from top to bottom. Is it right? From top to bottom. Here it will be there. What is at the lowest level? We cannot have. We cannot have a proper control. What the internal auditor will do? Internal audit can report back to audit committee if controls are not effective as they do. Now, the most important thing is what is here. Keep it in mind. This is 2 mark question. Internal auditor can report back to whom they are reporting. They will report to the audit committee. I am writing here this. This is going to be 2 marks. That's all. They will not do anything. They will only think about the controls. They will only think about the controls. There is a greater risk of things going wrong. Simple one. You are doing the business. Exit by you are doing the business. Think like this. You are doing the business. You are working and you are doing the business. What you will do? You will put cameras, CCTV cameras in that place. You will link the CCTV cameras to your mobile. Is it to your mobile? What you do, or you can watch everything will be recording. Everything will be recording 24 hours. And people are doing that right now. People are doing right now. It is a internal audit. What you are doing, you are doing the business. Think you are doing the business. You will say that no cash, only swiping machines. Only swiping machine. You don't have cash handling, okay? Minimum cash handling. What will happen? You link that swiping machine to your mobile phone. Whatever the cash collection is there, you will have a record on your mobile. That is a simple process of internal controls. With larger organization, the consequences that there will be. There will be a poor control will be there. There will be risk management will be there. There will be problems of corporate governance are there are likely to be greater. It is not in one area. Okay, it is not in here. If the organization is becoming bigger, you will have a controls will be weak. Okay, there will be a risk management. There will be a corporate governance policies. Now you understand everything. 100% is there. Number of employees. The greater the number of employees, the greater there is a risk of fraud. Cost benefit concession. It will be what was it is what it is a cost. There is a cost, but there is a benefit also. With respect to internal audit function, a company might losing money as a result of fraud. If you don't have internal audit, internal controls will be not there. Definitely there will be an option of fraud, not using the cost. We don't think that we should not think that there is a cost. There is a cost, but there is internal audit will improve the company operations. By having what reviewing the efficiency and effectiveness of internal controls. Very simple. These people talk about financial statements. These people talk about the internal controls. There are 3 points minimum. You should keep it in mind. If they aim for 5 marks, they will ask you have to write 5 points, 5 differences. If it is given for 3 marks, write 3 differences. If it is given for 5 marks, 5 differences. These are who is going to be appointed. External auditor will be appointed by the shareholders. Internal auditor will be appointed by the directors. Either by the audit committee or either by the audit committee or board of directors. External auditors will report to the shareholders. Internal auditors will report to the management or those charged with governance. So what is the work external audit will do? External audit will do the truth and fairness of the financial statements. Not only financial statements, external auditor will be not anything, whereas internal auditor will widen, but scope is wide. They depend on whatever the management will say for the effectiveness and efficiency, they will do that. With respect to effectiveness, and efficiency of operations. The report prepared by external auditor is publicly available. The report prepared by internal auditor is only for whom? It is only for the management or those charged for management. It is internally. No internal auditor report will never be disclosed to the public. Relationship with the company must be independent of the company. Means that they have the independence, okay? They have the independence, no influence. Maybe the employees, or sometimes it will be outsourced function. Maybe sometimes you will have employees, sometimes it will be outside with enhance the independence. Are you clear about this? 6 differences is there in terms of objective back to this. Okay, coming back to this. What the qualities and limitations of internal audit? I am putting all the things. Wherever I am putting double star, it means things are very well. What are the qualities? Qualities of an effective internal audit. There is sufficiently resourced financially and in terms of they are qualified, they are experienced, they are well organized. Is that they will develop good practices. Okay, they are independent and objective to provide unbiased view. Good qualities. The chief internal auditor should be appointed by the audit committee. Is that the chief internal? The department should have the internal audit department should have no operational responsibilities. To reduce, they should not, otherwise there is a threat of a self-review. Self-review is that in most of the cases, internal auditor will be part of self-review, ethical, okay, self-review. The audit committee should set the plan to work and there should be no limitation on the scope of work. The internal auditor can do anything, can go to any department, can access any records. They have a free hand. Is that they have the free hand. These are the qualities of internal audit. What are the limitations? Okay, what are the definitions? What are the things? Internal audit are the employees of the company. Is that the employee limitations? Again, I am putting 2-star marks. Okay, very important chapter. They are reporting and they do not wish to raise issues and lose their jobs. See why I have to tell something wrong against the management. If I tell something wrong against the management, is that you have to, then I lose job. That is one of the limitations. In smaller organization, internal audit managed by the part of the finance function. But internal auditor should be separate one. If the internal audit staff worked in the organization for a long time, possibly in different departments, they will become a familiarity threat. Is where they are working for a long time, they will definitely they will know. Is it right for the will be as they will be auditing the work of long-standing colleagues. Then there will be a familiarity. It is therefore difficult for internal audit to remain truly objective. It is difficult, okay? It is difficult. However, acceptable levels of independence can be achieved. Reporting channels separate from the management. That you should not reporting means whom you are reporting. Should be separate from the management. Main financial. Review of internal audit work by managers independent of the function. An independent person should review the work. And outsourcing of internal audit function to a professional third party. This is a limitation, okay? Don't think that outsourcing, what will happen? What will happen? Outsourcing will reduce the risk. But outsourcing will, the outsourcing will reduce the cost. Okay, there is, but what will happen? Outsourcing will increase, it will have impact, okay? It will have impact on the efficiency, effectiveness, okay? It is one side, it is economical, but it is another side, you will have it has impact on efficiency and it will have impact on effectiveness. Okay, now, are you clear about this?
Yeah.
Okay, yes. Where are other people? Butena, Jasim, Aisha, Ali, and Shaja.
Yeah.
Okay? See, nothing is the idea. I'm telling you, very simple, very easy, very, very easy concept. Okay, if somebody says it's difficult now, it's when you outsource it. Okay, in common with other countries, company operation, the directors may considered outsourcing the internal audit. Again, outsourcing advantages, disadvantages. In the examination, they will ask you two advantages and two disadvantages. Is there in the examination questions? They will ask you two advantages, that's all. That's all. They are not going to go beyond that. We are not going to go beyond that. Okay? Outsourcing is where company use external company to perform the function. Is that instead of their own staff? What is the advantage? Advantage is you will have professional firms nowadays. Is that you have ethical code? Professional, you have internal audit function. Professional firms follow an ethical code. Therefore, they are independent of the client. Professional companies have qualified, competent staff who receive regular development and a broad range of expertise. Any two, I am telling you this, any two. An outsourcing firm will have a specialist skills. Therefore, outsourcing can, see now you understand how they are writing. An outsourcing firm will have specialist skills readily available. Done. Then, therefore, they are adding the thing, they are not writing. Therefore, outsourcing can use to overcome skills shortage. Professional firms can be employed on a flexible basis, that is on an individual engagement basis rather than full-time basis. What will happen? Which may prove more cost effective. First, you have to give the reason and you have to tell the result also. Any two, I am not talking about you take any two you wish. Employment cost of permanent staff are avoided. We don't have fixed cost, we have only variable cost. The risk of the staff turnover is passed to the outsourcing firm. You don't want to recruit anyone. It will be done by the firm only. Professional firms are responsible for their activities and hold insurance. Is that they will give? They are responsible for their activities. Is it? And hold insurance means they are accountable. There is likely to be great focus on cost and efficiency. The company will obtain access to new marketplace technologies without associate cost. They don't want to do anything. Data analytic tools or audit software. Is that they will provide all the things from that. Is that you think about that? Audit software, computer-aided audit techniques, asset quality we have done. Is it right? We have audit quality. Is it right? Audit quality we have done. We have done data analytic tools we have done. Computer-assisted audit techniques we have done. Is it automated tools and techniques we have done. Is it? These are the things you should recover, you should remember. Management time in administration in-house department will be reduced. These are the things, right? Answer any two. Maximum you want to be careful, take 3, not more than that. Not more than that. Any 3 maximum. How many are there? You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when I say 3, you have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, if you do outsourcing, see, commitment will not be there, is it right? They don't lack of intimate knowledge, understanding the operations that employees have. See, you are outsourcing, you will get the job, you do it and you just leave it off, okay? You are not that much responsible. The decision may be based on cost. If you pay more, effectiveness will be more. If you pay less, people will negotiate, fine. Technically speaking, if I am paid less, I will do accordingly. Is it right? The internal auditors will do that. Engagement with professional firms are constrained by contractual terms. Flexibility and availability may not be as high with in-house. If you have invoice in-house, anytime you can take the help. Anytime you can take. But if you are outsourcing, definitely we are dependable on them. Fees charged by professional firms are maybe high. Is that there's so many things. An ethical threat may arise if the service provider if ethical threat may arise if the service provided is by the external audit. See, external audit can provide internal audit service also, but there are some conditions. I'm writing this. Is it right? External auditor. Is it right? External auditor can provide. Is it right? Can provide the services of internal auditor, but I'm changing the colors, but conditions are very strong. First, you should not provide. Understand point? As an external auditor, you should not provide the services of internal audit. That is the first basic thing. Again, if you provide, what will happen to the fees? How much the fees should be in 2 years? It should not be more than
15%.
it should not be more than 15%. Is it? First you should decline. Keep it in mind. First you should decline. Any extreme cases you should provide, but you should have some very clear terms and conditions. Is it? It may arise provided by the ACCA Code of Conduct prohibits external auditor of the listed company from providing internal audit from the same client where the service is related to financial reporting. They say for the listed companies, it prohibits ACCA Code of Ethics. Is it right? This is for 2 marks. MCQ. Is that this is what 2 marks MCQ? Is that you should not provide services to the listed company. They will mention in the question whether it is a listed company or it is a non-listed company. Pressure on the independence of the outsourced function, for example, management threatened not to renew the contract. If things will go wrong, there will be threatened that will not renew. Because of that pressure, what will have intimidation? Okay, you can work out. Is it that? What is the intimidation? Okay, lack of control or the quality of the service. Is that if you are doing the outsourcing? If you are doing the outsourcing. Are you clear about this? Now, if you go to the things, okay, if you go to the first one, is that if you go to the first one, what is happening? We are talking in terms of we have covered in terms of outsourcing, we have covered in terms of difference between internal audit, we are talking in terms of quality limitation, we have done what is the need of the internal auditor, we have done what is the internal audit assignments. We have done internal audit assignment. The last one is internal audit reporting. Is it right? The best part, I will do it on record, and I will put it this. This is the most. This is the thing we should understand. This is the text has to be standard. That's all. That's what we need. If you take Kaplan in the exam, you may be asked to take the role of an internal auditor, performing an audit assignment to test controls and identify improvements. That's all. This is the exam-based tip. This is the exam based. I will give one question during this weekend only on internal audit. I will give one question on this immediately. Refresh your work, read, keep your text in front of you. Don't refer the answers. Keep the text in front of you. Refer the book, answer the things. Nothing will happen. If you are referring without referring the text, good. But if you are referring, when you refer, what I want to say, when you refer the notes, you will read the notes. When you read the notes, you will understand what is there. By without referring, don't do mistakes. Without referring, don't do mistakes. Refer the notes. Refer the chapter-wise notes. Read, understand, identify, and write the answer. You see, automatically your scoring will increase. Automatically your remembrance will increase, your scoring will increase. Reporting, whom the internal auditors will report. Unlike external auditor report, the internal auditor report does not have a reporting structure. External auditor very report we are covering in chapter number 12, and this will be there, or the report format will be there for 5 marks. I am telling you, chapter number 12. It is like external auditor, you will have a very structured report. Internal auditor, we don't have any structure. It is likely that format is agreed with the audit committee, fine, or board of directors. What is the format will be there, but there is no structure. The report will generally for internal use only. The external auditors may inspect that if they intend to place reliance on the work of the internal audit. Again, I am putting this. It is the 2 marks. When I am writing like this, you can ask, you will have something in your mind that how I am writing this, because in my previous batches I have covered each and every question in the exam kit. When I am referring the questions, there are things like this. Okay, I will tell you, give me 5 minutes, I will tell you how we have to prepare the examination. I will give a very clear indication for you once this is over. Is that now? How the typical report, what is the terms of references? Okay, what are the requirements? You will have an executive summary. Okay, you have a body of the text and you have the appendix. Is that you have what is the simple, informal? You have to agree. That's all. Is that you have to agree. The internal audit report can be set out in the same way as the report to the management that has been in the systems and control chapter. We have done in the previous chapter. Is that what are that? How the deficiencies been identified and consequences of deficiencies and improvement. On 2 columns, one side there is a deficiency, the another side there is a recommendation. Are you clear about this?
Yes.
Is it fine? No. 2, 3, 4, okay, fine. Okay, it is too early. I will give you time to revise. Okay, I will give you time to revise. Okay, revise. When we are coming on Sunday, then we will do question number 1 and 2. Okay, question it is too early. Today only I am covering this. Today only I am going to revise this. It's not per. You take your time during the weekend. Is it right? We can do this question. We have time. We can do this question. Yeah, we will do this. Okay, we will do this. This is not that much difficult. Okay. Now read this question scenario. Everyone. 5 people are there. I will ask 5 people individually. Anyone individually. And if it is wrong, somebody has to correct it. That's very important. Somebody has to correct it. That is very important. Is that? Now you are a audit senior. working in monkey, Mia and Company. You have seconded to your firm's, you have been seconded to your firm's internal audit department to broaden your experience. Means you have been seconded to your firm's internal audit department. You have been assigned a internal audit assignment to test the effectiveness of the computer systems of a large company. Your firm won the contract to provide internal audit service to the company. After the company took the decision to outsource its internal audit function and make existing internal audit staff redundant. Redundant means with no work. Is it with no work? Read this paragraph again. Yes, Saja. First one. What is the answer? Read and tell. Second question, Aisha P. Prepare. Shaja, with which of the following should internal auditors not to be involved in? Which one should not be? Which one should not be? The first one, yes or no? The first one, yes or no? Anybody else?
Yes, sir. Yes, Dr. Isro. Yes.
Second one,
Yes. Yes.
provide recommendations to management how to overcome the deficiencies as in identified. Implement the new controls recommended.
No. Yes. No. No.
Implement the new controls. No.
Necessary review.
Evaluating the effectiveness of control environment.
Yes.
Next. Aisha, tell me, which two of the following are true? Internal auditors always report directly to shareholders.
Not always.
Huh? They will report to the shareholders.
To the management.
No. Then they will report to whom? They will report to management. Next, the format of internal independent external audit report is determined by the management.
True. No.
See, the format of independent It's not determined by the management. It is not dependent by the auditor, external auditor. The internal auditor work may be determined by management.
Yes.
Good. All external audits must be planned and performed as per the IES and regulatory environment. All external audits.
D.
Answer is Shaja. Next one. What is the following is which of the following is not part of role of internal audit? Yes, Shaja. Which of the following is not part of internal audit? Risk identification and monitoring is a role or not?
Is good.
Next. Express your opinion of the shareholders whether the annual financial statements give true and fair view.
True.
It is part of external audit. I am writing the